Good morning. Your new location, it's right down from so-and-so, right? Where you got your coffee cup.
Yes, it is. I love it.
So so compared to your old location, I know you were right by downtown Moorhead. Do you like this location more? Like, do you like being in the Pelletier Plaza?
I do. I enjoy the spaciousness of everything. I enjoy having a place to go for some downtime in between clients.
Yeah.
I enjoy leaving the front to someone else to handle while I am busy working in my zone of genius. So yeah.
Good. Well, Mary Cheatham, have you been to her new studio? Is it okay? Studio, salon? What would you like us to call it?
You know what? We're actually getting ready to change it to All About Skin by Caron and Wellness Center.
Love. MC, have you been over there yet?
Oh yeah. I've been. Sally has been for a teen facial.
I love that.
Yes. So, oh yeah, I've been. I love it. It's great.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is. You guys have done such a good job of bringing it to life. I just remember in your old location, it's just crazy how much more space you have, and you can spread your wings and just, do your thing.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, it looks like folks are joining us. So Mary Cheatham, would you like to introduce Miss Caron?
Of course I would. So, I think, guys, if you have not been to All About Skin by Caron, you've got to try it. Caron and her daughter, Alicia, have just an incredible thing going there. I actually didn't know Caron until Meg introduced me to her. Meg and Andy, really, right? And Lana, too. I think everybody was in on the secret, and I wasn't. When we had we had this event for our team where we rented a beach house, and we had Clark come in and cook, and from Circa 81 and Date Burrito, and then we had Caron come, and we had masseuse come, and we just had so much fun with these different things. But Caron came in, and I was just blown away with kind of her approach and her holistic approach, and even God, Caron, I couldn't have been with you for more than 30 minutes, maybe.
If that.
It was fast and furious, but I felt like I learned so much. So loved that. And then, of course, went and visited her in her old location, and now they have this great new location right in there with James and Ann Page and Tassels and all these places that we know and love. So just an incredible person, always makes you feel good, always makes you think, which, man, Caron, that's really something. So I'm really excited about having her here today to talk not just about skin, but about overall wellness. I know that, all of us are feeling it right now. We're kind of the bloom is off the rose of being cooped up at home, and we're getting out and stuff, but we're, Caron, I feel like our nerves are frayed. That's one thing that's at play here too, is that, we don't know what's going to happen next, and we don't know, how do you take care of yourself in the midst of everything that feels like you have no control over it, I guess.
Right.
So thrilled to have you, and just excited to dive into some of this.
Thank you. And thank you guys for inviting me to do this. I'm just super excited to chat.
Yay. So Caron, I'm curious, just diving right in. I know what Mary Cheatham just said about we might feel a little bit frazzled right now with everything going on. And I'm sure everyone feels in the same boat, but something that you've always preached to me and to Mary Cheatham and to our team and to all of your clients is that you really start to take care of yourself from the inside out.
Right.
What happens on the inside really shows on the outside. So I'd love for you to kind of dive into that and just let folks watching in on your kind of mission and your thoughts behind that.
Right. Great question. And I feel like in this industry, that's the missing piece, because it's always been, put this on, how's it feel? What do you think? And it goes deeper than that. And we all know about or have heard you are what you eat, right?
Yeah.
And, that's a whole nother topic as far as diet and what's best for who and all of that. And you got to find out what works for you, really, because you can try what worked best for your best friend, and it could be totally the wrong thing. And right now, if you're looking at our foods, if you're not eating organic and you're not eating clean, bottom line, people, here we are in 2020, there are so many pesticides and chemicals and stuff that's still on our food, and that goes into our bodies. And yeah, God gave us liver and God gave us kidneys, and they're just overtaxed. And so what we end up with is a lot of inflammation. And inflammation is a really trendy word right now that you hear, but it's just so true. Think of our joints being inflamed, our guts are inflamed, our organs are inflamed. They're not functioning at the optimal level, and thus our skin is inflamed. Our skin actually helps to excrete and get rid of toxins, as well as the liver and the kidneys. So what you're eating is key. And if you've got issues with that, come see me. We can talk, because I can't give you any answers here because everybody's different.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the first thing we usually talk about. We talk about products. Again, if it's not organic and it's not clean, it's filled with a lot of synthetics and fillers and things like that. And the difference between an esthetician and a dermatologist goes right to the pain point, and they address that. And it's usually from the knowledge that they've gotten with the Western, medical society and all of that. And as an esthetician, we know more about the ingredients, and we're really in the field and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and all of these things. Again, synthetics and fillers we're putting on top of our skin, it sinks into the skin a lot of the times. And again, our bodies have to detox that.
Sure.
And honestly, we're all really chronically dehydrated. And so things just don't function like they should. And so we talk about that. And then the third thing is our thoughts. We talk about, everybody's heard, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. And it's so super true. And when we're stressed out, it plays and wreaks havoc. Think about, all of us know somebody that when they get nervous, they turn red. Right here. We all know somebody like that. Or you get nervous and you start itching, the blood flows, it starts pumping, and it shows on the skin. We get flushed. That's a stress response. And so what makes us think that acne, that aging, that all of those things aren't connected somehow? So those are usually the three things that I touch on. And that's kind of how we are a little different than most of what's out there.
I love that. I mean, I think that's so true. I love that. And I think that, one of the things I've loved is I've loved following you on social media, because so much of it is about mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and I think what I love about that is it's a holistic approach to it. And it's that all three of those parts come together. And, Meg, I don't know about you, although Meg's so good. She always makes good decisions.
Well, no, I don't.
You really do.
Everybody needs a Meg.
I mean, right. But I'm just saying, sometimes I'm doing better on one of those three areas than the other, right?
Yeah.
Some of it's about education. And for me, the skincare stuff is about education. I've loved, I don't know if I told you this, but I've taken like a big old bag of my skincare products that I'm using into Caron. And it's been so fun, because some of them she's like, okay, no. She's like, what, this is great. She'll read the ingredients. She's, I've not seen this before, but this is great. Sure. So, it's really been an education for me too. But I think that one of the things that I think is so forward thinking about what you're doing, Caron, is as it relates to not just the skincare part of your practice, but also getting into the sound bar and the wellness center part of what you are building here. Right. So tell us about the sound bar and what it is. I know I've been throwing that term around a lot recently. So tell us, for folks that don't know, what is a sound bar?
Yay. I'm so excited about this. So, we don't have anything like this around here.
Right.
But in order to understand what it is, you kind of have to understand where my journey in all of it, and I promise I'm going to make it quick, but in 97, I was in my 6th car accident, and I was 27 years old. That put me in the bed for over 20 some years. Chronic pain, not in the bed totally, but 3 years of that, the first 3 years, I was absolutely bedridden. Chronic pain, every ache and pain that you could think of, weird stuff was happening. And, you sometimes don't put 2 and 2 together. Trauma from childhood. There's so many things that we as women don't necessarily address until either it's too late or you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And about 11 years ago, I decided enough was enough. and just, I mean, I couldn't keep a job because I was in pain all the time, chronic migraines, kidney stones, you name it. I mean, it was just one thing after the next. And, but my passion was always skin, and that started from a very young age. But in all of that, I had to find a way to, and I was on like 13 different medications.
Oh my word.
I was on a lot.
Sure.
I had to find a way to figure out what really was going on, because I wasn't getting answers in the Western medical idea of thinking and treating things. And I was on a slippery slope downhill, honestly, to death. I went to finally see a headache specialist, and he looked at my past sleep studies and said, all of these normal sleep studies are so not normal. You were only getting less than 4%, less than 4 minutes of sleep a night. You're not going into restorative mode.
Oh my word.
So,
Caron, this is the craziest story I've ever heard. I mean,
right?
This is insane.
It's crazy. So when your body doesn't restore, when you're overloaded with stress and the mind is constantly in motion, and you're trying to figure out this, and you're trying to figure out this, but yet your body isn't responding to the things that you know to be true, because you're constantly go, trying to get everything done. And we as women are so good at doing that. We don't take time to get quiet. And for me, I was reaching out and grabbing at everything I could to try to figure out what was going on. So I slowly started detoxing. Well, 2 years ago, I feel like I found the missing piece, because I still had some ups and downs. I mean, Meg's known, I had to call her, and it's been a good 2 years, I guess. Call her and say, I've got a horrible migraine today. Can we make it next week? That was my life. It's no longer my life. I'm one of the healthiest people I know now.
Me too.
And
for you.
I started meditating and started looking up all of this stuff on Google and getting music and just getting my headphones and just meditating. Then I got hooked up with Ian Morris, and he was diagnosed with cancer and MS. Long story short, he's doing amazing now, but he plays 25 different instruments. He started studying frequency and started pairing it with music. And there are so many studies out there that show that everything around us has a certain frequency to it. Our bodies have frequencies. Roses actually have one of the highest frequencies out there.
A rose flower.
Rose, the flower, yes. Rose oil. That's why you love your rose water so much, Meg.
I just posted that today.
I know, right? So frequency is a key to raising our energy inside, raising our vibration. And I know some people are thinking, okay, this is really woo-woo, but if you think about it, remember when you studied physical earth science, and we learned about molecules and matter and how everything vibrated? Remember that? And even solids, like our desk, this was the typical, our desk, it vibrated, right? But we couldn't see it. Well, that's what happens with us. And when you raise your energy level, when you raise your frequency, your vibration, your cells and your DNA start to repair itself. My energy has been off the hook. And what Ian did is he has paired music, written music. He comes out with an album every month. They're all frequency related. And I have access to this music, full license to use it here in the sound bar. When I reached out to him on YouTube because of a video that I saw, he called me that afternoon.
Wow.
Like, holy cow. And we talked, and he said, okay, we've used this in yoga studios, in meditation rooms where there's been somebody that actually guides people through this, but I haven't heard of this. I think this is something that you need to tap into. And then thus the idea exploded and went from there. So what we've done is we've looked at all of the different things that a sound bar can do to help people. And have y'all seen the Rave headphones?
Yeah.
The Sonic Rave headphones. So we actually purchased some of those, and we have different soundtracks that we have put to address certain issues. For instance, like PTSD, anxiety, depression, chronic pain, lack of sleep, lack of productivity and creativity. I mean, so many things. And there's different frequencies that actually address those issues with people.
So cool.
So yeah, go ahead. Question.
I'm raising
my
my
hand.
hand. No. So Caron, okay. So I have not visited the sound bar yet, and I'm really dying to. It's so funny because I've got the brochure for it sitting on my bathroom counter, and I look at it like, I just gotta, and so what you're saying is that it's prescriptive. You go in there and you have in your mind, okay. And so if you go in there, let's say that I go in there and I want to do the one that's for anxiety, let's say.
Yeah.
I would go in there. Are they all the same length?
No, they start at like everybody. So this is a little shameless plug here. Everybody gets to try it for 15 minutes for free.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And and I've got different 15-minute frequencies that I can use based on what you tell me you need. And then I'll put you in a time slot of whatever we're using at that moment.
Okay.
So 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then somebody who needs some deep therapy work, we have all the way up to 90 minutes. And that's usually like at the end of the day, or if somebody needs to balance their energies, and they're maybe really unhealthy and they want to make a practice of this, so there's all different kinds of time lengths for that. Yeah.
So cool. And it's,
And I'm sorry, Meg. I have so many questions about this.
No, go ahead.
I'm assuming that, well, I should not assume. So are the effects something that you can feel immediately after the first session, and then is there a cumulative effect overall? And with what frequency do you recommend that someone take part in this?
So that's a great question. So it really depends on where you're at and how open you are.
Okay.
It's almost like an intuitive experience, kind of like the more you give into it, the more you surrender to the process, the more it's actually going to help you, just like yoga. Some people go in there and they're just like, I don't know, and they're tense and they're uptight, for the first time. But after they do it a while, they relax and they surrender into it. And then they're like, oh, okay. So it's kind of the same thing. It just depends on how open and willing you are to allow the process to work for you. As far as what frequency to use for you, I mean, I always suggest going with 528 hertz. And you can actually Google that or go to YouTube and look at 528 hertz. That is the frequency for unconditional love, for happiness, for DNA repair. It's like probably one of the most common ones, and it can be either soothing or upbeat or whatever. And so what's really cool about what Ian does is he mixes a different, it's not all like this shamanic or sound bowl type music. It can be, but it's a wide range of different types and styles. And so that I appreciate that from him.
That's so
That
cool.
is so cool.
So Caron, can folks,
Yeah.
so if they want to try it out, you said 15 minutes for free. They can try it out 15 minutes, and I'm assuming they'll be hooked after that. It sounds so cool and just so helpful. But so folks can call you guys at All About Skin, and do they set up a time slot with you guys? They schedule an appointment essentially.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
just
then,
like at the different gyms and workout areas around here have a class schedule. We actually have a class schedule as well. We can do it over the phone, or they can actually go online and look to see what's available and do that as well.
And so what's the best way to do that? Is that through your social media, or do we go straight to your website?
The social media button that says book takes us to the website.
Okay.
you make it easy.
Instagram, Facebook, it all takes us to the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so, so, so cool.
I know.
I'm excited. I mean, you're describing something that I don't have any experience with. I mean, I certainly I go through phases where I'm much better at meditation than others. Right now, I've fallen off the wagon with a giant thud, and that is why I think I am. I mean, it's so funny when you're talking about not sleeping. I mean, I am not sleeping.
Right.
All I do is lay in bed and think about all the things that I need to do.
Right.
And I think
Right.
that is all related. And I know it.
Yeah.
But yet, so I really appreciate being able to push this pause button with you here today.
Thanks.
Looking at me and saying, all I hear you saying is, I'm throwing you a lifeline, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have this information and keep it to myself because I was so excited about it. And I was like, I got to get this out there and let people know because it made such a difference for me. And I'm not going to lie, it was incredibly hard. And is it easy every day? Absolutely not. Some days my monkey mind is all over the place. But like this morning, it was all over the place. I couldn't find my words, anything. And I just sat down. I put the anxiety frequency on and just sat there for 15 minutes and just got quiet and just allowed myself to, okay, thoughts, I see you, and just put it aside.
Right.
I'll pick it up later. And
Right.
I physically have to tell myself that.
Right.
Because women, everything is connected. It just is. That's how we're made. That's how we're created. All of our thoughts are connected with everything else. Men, not so much. That's why when we ask them, what you thinking about? And they're like, nothing. They're really thinking about nothing. I can't. I'm like, I'm thinking about nothing. I'm staring off into space and I like see the fleck on the wall. It's like, how do you think about nothing? Because I heard that for a minute. But what this does is it helps us get to that place where we can ultimately shut the brain down, even if it's just for a little bit.
Yeah. That's so awesome. I love that. So, I think along those same lines, I know I've got some notes from earlier, and I guess, as far as, if you've got somebody who's really busy, Caron, I mean, somebody who's got a lot going on, is that the one thing that you would recommend that they do that they're not doing would be to try this? I mean, and Caron, what if it's somebody who's not in Moorhead right now? What if it's somebody who's watching, who's, who maybe has a vacation home here, but isn't here right now? What's something that you would recommend based on your wellness journey, which, gosh, it sounds like you've done a 180 and it's amazing the way you've been able to heal. What would you recommend to that person?
So start with 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, let's be real. And especially coming out of and still going through this whole COVID stuff, keep it simple. I mean, really, go to your phone, YouTube a frequency. There's several that I would throw out there, 528 hertz. 174 hertz is known as the analgesic frequency. It's great for pain. It's been studied a lot in people recovering from cancer and people with chronic back pain. But take 5 minutes. Even women, I was thinking about this earlier, go to the back and lock the door, or else you have not only the kids and the husband, but the dog. Lock the door and just sit in the middle of the floor, put your headphones on, or just have the phone there and just quiet yourself. And just 5 minutes. You can also do it 5 minutes before you walk in the door at work. 5 minutes before you walk in the house after work. Your family and friends and work associates will thank you because you're not going in there like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. You're not going in there in a frantic, or when you get home, that everybody's gonna bombard you. Where's dinner? Did you pick up the eggs on the way home? Did you get your call from your mom? She's been calling me all day. I mean, these are the things that we as women deal with. And it's been so hard during this time because our kids were home from being at school and we can't figure out how to take time for ourselves.
Sure.
And so if they can find 5 minutes twice a day, morning and night, that's the biggest thing. People come into the area, give me a call. I'll get you in here. Get quiet so that you can enjoy your vacation. The other thing is when you wake up in the morning, and this is a new habit for me, especially on Mondays, Because wouldn't you agree that when we wake up on Mondays, it's like, oh my God, it's Monday.
Scary day.
100%. Yes. Yes.
What do I got to do today? And that affects us. It really does affect us. So I've learned to cancel, negative, go away, and find 3 things that you're grateful for. And sometimes you got to dig really, really hard to find out what that is. But find 3 things that you're grateful for and take that moment to really feel that emotion of joy and gratitude, because that is connected to love, and love is like the greatest of everything, and it heals, and it also comes out in your just what you put out is what you're going to get back.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so gratitude.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yes.
That's so good. This is so fascinating, and I feel inspired. I feel inspired to make some changes, and so thank you. And
Thank you.
Meg,
thank you for having me. I really
gosh, Caron, this is just awesome to stop and really, I think you're right. I think we have these to-do lists that just seem to grow and grow, and we don't stop to think about, are we taking care of ourselves amidst all that, and how do we make it so that we're the very best that we can be for other people. I mean, if not for ourselves, think about it, for other people. So absolutely. I love that. Meg, I know we have some lightning round questions.
Ooh, yes. We do.
Right, hang on.
So these are kind of rapid fire.
Yep. So Caron, first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you these questions. Oh, she's ready. All right. Okay. Got a couple. Okay. What gets you up in the morning?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I used to sleep all day. I mean, not all day, but just right that. I was a night owl. Now I'm a total morning person. Y'all are going to laugh. I get up at 4:00 in the morning and I go and work out, and that's my time. And I look forward to my time. And the reason I chose that is because if I waited until 5:30 or 6, the rest of the world is getting up and wants my attention. And I don't have time after that. And that is my time. I'm also in bed by 8:30 at night. So.
It sounds like you're on Mary Cheatham's schedule. She also gets up very early. So props to you guys.
I see you. And my 13-year-old, I'm like, just lock up and turn out the lights. I'll see you tomorrow, girl.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, Caron, the place you feel the most calm. So your favorite place to meditate?
On the beach, near the water.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Favorite food to boost your mood? Favorite thing to eat to boost your mood?
This is so bad. I love a good steak.
Oh.
I'm not a vegan. I'm sorry for those vegans out there, but I'm not. And my body craves beef.
Yeah.
I love a good medium rare ribeye.
Oh man.
It makes me happy. And I'm hoping I'm getting one tonight.
Oh,
yum. That sounds so good.
Okay, now favorite food to make your skin glow. I have texted you about this so many times and you always shoot off the best suggestion. So favorite food to make your skin glow.
I love fresh blackberries and raspberries and blueberries. I also love leafy greens, like the microgreens. And I love a good salmon, a good grilled salmon. Fatty fish, the omega oils are really,
Okay.
And water.
That's good.
Yeah. Yep. Say it louder for the people in the back. I need to drink more water.
Right.
Okay, last question, Caron. I know we talked a lot about the sound bar, but of course you guys offer facials and products and things like that. And I know because I helped assist with the logo, but
yes, you did.
I know you guys offer your own products now. So what's your favorite product that you guys offer and why?
Of course, the whole line, but I really love, and I should have grabbed it, but I didn't grab it with me.
Okay.
The Ultra Soothing Mist. And the reason I love that is because it's great for every skin type. It's great for people that have a tendency to have rosacea. Mm-hmm. It's great for anybody with psoriasis, eczema, sensitive skin, or sensitized skin. It's great for people with acne, aging skin. It stays with you.
Yeah.
And so when the skin is hot and inflamed, you can use some even over your makeup, or you can use it as a toner before your moisturizer. So that's my favorite.
And
it's
that's
like a one size fits all kind of thing.
Sure. And that's with Sound Skin. So it's the Sound
Yes,
Skin.
it's with Sound Skin.
Okay. Yay. I love that. Okay. Well, Mary Cheatham, do you have any extra questions that you'd like to ask before we ask Caron our last one?
No, I just love this. No,
I do too.
I don't. I have learned so much. And I'm telling you, I'm thinking that this morning I might, after we sign off here, I might just sit right here on my floor.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Just
Take a beat.
Get comfortable and deep breathe.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay, Meg. Yeah, hit her with a good question.
All right, Caron. So I know you are a a watcher of Coffee with MC. So I know you know what this question is. But again, this is from a podcast that Mary Cheatham and I listen to called For the Love with Jen Hatmaker, and she asked all of her guests this question. So Caron, we want to know, what is saving your life right now?
I thought about that, and because I knew it was coming. And of course, my relationship with God is key. But I am learning to trust myself and trust my intuition. And if it's not a resounding heck yes, then it's a no, and I don't have to explain it to anybody. And for me, that's huge, because I tend to be a people pleaser, not in the bad sense, but I love people. I care about everybody, and I don't want to come across the wrong way. And I'm learning to not feel that I have to explain all of my decisions, and learning to trust myself. And that's working for me. And that's really saving me a lot of problems.
That's awesome. So if it's not a heck yes, it's a no.
It's a no.
That's good. I love that. That's great advice.
That's a great.
Because how many times do we sit on the fence, right?
Yeah,
and we're just it doesn't feel good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I live on the fence, Caron. I don't know if ask Meg. I live on the fence. Like, well, maybe. Can you ask me again tomorrow? Yeah.
Oh, that's
I love
good.
that. That's such a good rule. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I did for 50 some years, and no more.
Good. Well, Caron, thank you so much. You know how we feel about you, but you've become such a great friend of ours, and you're serving our community so well. And we know that a lot of folks watching will benefit from what you said. And also just give Caron a call. She will answer any of your wellness questions. She certainly helped me. I know she's helped you, Mary Cheatham, and you're so great. So thank you, Caron, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Love you, ladies.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love her so much.
Oh man,
She had a birthday yesterday.
Oh
yeah, I know. She
my sweet sister-in-law Jody had a birthday yesterday too.
Precious. Happy birthday to all.
Everybody. Happy birthday, everybody. That's
so Mary Cheatham, before we go into our last little question that we always ask each other, there are two things that I want to pass along. I can only remember one right now, so I'm going to say it.
Yes, I love it.
We are having a giveaway right now for our magazine, and it was just posted yesterday, and we are pulling the winner on Monday. So if you head back on our Facebook page or our Instagram page, you guys can comment and tag someone who's a light in your life. This kind of goes along with our magazine, and the whole theme was light. So we want to kind of highlight other folks in the community. They don't have to be local. And the tagee and the tagger will both win an MCKRE leather patch hat. I wish I had one close to me because they're awesome. A little MCKRE Stein, and then wine from Promised Land Market that they handpicked for us. So we're excited about that giveaway.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see who wins. I love the ones where people tag somebody else, because it just makes you feel so good, you know.
I know.
Right.
I
love that.
So Mary Cheatham, will you tell me what's saving your life right now?
You know, I'm going to say that what's saving my life right now is, I think, taking the time to connect with people, even in the midst of all this busyness. It's like, you know, when you can find a minute to just have a good conversation with somebody and spend some good quality time with somebody, whether that's face to face, which is relatively rare these days, right? Or whether it's something that is on the phone or Zoom or that kind of thing. So I think connection is what's really saving my life. And I think that goes right along with what a beautiful job you did, along with your planning partner of planning our MCKRE event last evening. Just had a wonderful time being with you guys, socially distant, of course, but being with you guys and enjoying some great food and fellowship. So that's what's been saving my life. How about you?
That was so fun. Mine isn't as sweet as yours, but mine is a little more tactical. Practical. There we go. Okay, this is so funny. I really sound, I don't know how I sound when this comes out, but I've been picking like little projects to do around the house just to kind of, so I'm not sitting watching Netflix every night, which I also have been doing. But recently I changed all of our, I don't know if you can see behind me, all of our door handles and hinges in every door of the house to black. And I'm not kidding. Every time I walk in the house now, I'm just like, wow, this whole house has changed from simply changing the doorknobs and the hinges. So all of that goes to say, changing the little things can really just transform it. You don't have to get a whole new house. You just have to change the hinges and the doorknobs. Although if you do want a new house, I know some really great buyers.
I love that. But man, I feel inspired. And I'm like, what color?
I like your doorknob.
Ours were changed.
Okay, ours was from the 1980s. Rusted. So we just, it was time to go. But
how long did it take you per door?
Maybe like, once I got on a roll, maybe like 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm good with a drill.
That's awesome.
So that's been saving my life. I'm grateful for the chance to do that and to have time to do that. So I
think that's great. And you know what the other thing that I think too that's great about that is there's nothing like doing a task that's finite and completing it.
Yeah.
And being like, look, I did it. There we go.
Exactly.
It's the fruits of your labor.
It is.
I love that.
Thank you.
Good. Well, have a wonderful Friday and have a great weekend too.
You too, MC. See you soon.
Thanks so much. Bye.